So that's commodity markets for you and how they're holding up. Moving capacity, a regular feature that we have for you on markets at noon. Now let's talk about a sector that's very much in focus. We'll begin with Jet Airways. Let's bring up the intraday chart of Jet, but the entire aviation pack buzzing in trade. Crucial data has come out. We'll get to who's at numero uno position in a bit, but we'll begin with the one that has caused a huge mess, Jet Airways. That stock is high about 4% in trade, despite all the trouble it's in. The lenders will be meeting once again today at 4 p.m. to try and thrash out some kind of a resolution. A day before Holi, you saw the chief of the lender consortium, SBI, as Rajneesh Kumar, the top boss at SBI, meeting with the finance minister as well as the principal secretary, Nipendra Mishra. The pilots are threatening to go on strike come 1st of April. SBI looking to invoke pledged shares of Naresh Goyal and even overhaul the board. We told you how the lenders want Naresh Goyal to step down from the board, as well as his wife, Anita Goyal, as well as 2 other nominees of the Goyal family. So if that happens, who's going to be in charge? It's one big chaos. Let me go across to Utkarsh for all of this. Hi, Utkarsh. What are the latest developments that you're picking up? The lenders have been quite clear. They can no longer work with Naresh Goyal, the founder of the airline.
So as you said, Nayantara, we broke the story yesterday, last week, about the fact that how the lenders are not very comfortable working with Naresh Goyal. And as we speak, the lenders have now started looking for possible names who can replace Naresh Goyal, Nita Goyal, Gaurang Shetty at the top job. Now, there are 2 to 3 considerations at this point of time. One obviously will be the ex-Air India CMDs. Now, why is that name coming in? Because if you look at airline as a business, there are only low-cost carriers amongst private carriers as well who have been able to do well, whether it be Indigo or SpiceJet. But both of them are low-cost carriers, and none of the chiefs there who have been there previously have an experience of running full-service carrier. And that is why the consideration of an Air India CMD also is coming in. Also, what we're picking up is that former Aviation Ministry officials who have been working in the industry can also be spoken about. Now, the only problem when it comes to an CMD or a chairman in aviation is because the business itself has such thin margins, and historically we have seen airlines really going out of business. To find somebody outside the business to come and handle things will be a very tough task. Even though if you look at one of the most successful leaders in Indigo, Aditya Ghosh was from a legal background, had no aviation background, but he turned it around really well. Also, speaking about the plan which the banks have at this point of time, is one obviously to infuse money. They realize the fact that if they do not end up infusing the money in the company in the next 10 days, the airline will not survive. So the idea is to put in some money, get in a new management, make the functioning of the airline stable, and in the meanwhile, get somebody on board. Because you have to remember that anyone who comes on board, whether it be Qatar, whether it be Tatas, it will take them some time to come on board. Tatas will be a bit quick if they agree, given the fact that they've already done a due diligence. But still, it is a time-taking process of at least a month till the management really comes on board and every formality gets over. And that is the idea which lenders have at this point of time. They do not want to work with Naresh Goyal. They will get a new management in, stabilize operations, get the creditors paid, and then move ahead.
Okay, Utkarsh, so let's leave it at that. Let's also see what happens with the lenders. Today, they will be reconvening at 4 p.m. I told you Rajneesh Kumar met with Finance Minister Arun Jaitley on Wednesday. This is his interaction with the press after that.
The meeting with the Finance Minister was just to brief him. And I have conveyed the decision or the thinking of the lenders. We have been working on the resolution plan for the last 5 months. Resolution plan was almost ready, but because of certain issues, there is some delay. So we need a little bit more time. Every effort which was being made by the lenders to keep the airline running in the interest of the aviation sector, in the interest of the country. So we believe that it is in lenders' interest, it is in the country's interest, aviation sector's interest, that Jet Airways continue to fly. This is a statement I am not making today. This is a statement I have made several times in the past, and we are seeing the consequences.
What
so
about
IBC, in case of an airline industry, which is a service industry, it is the last option. And last option means that under IBC, a resolution for a service industry like airline is nearly impossible. And IBC means that we are grounding the airline. So we will try till such time we believe that all hope is lost. But as on date, I can say that not all hope is lost. Our interest is in Jet Airways. Our interest is not in the promoter. Our interest is not with this any other partner or this thing. They will take decisions based on their assessment of the situation. But the dialogue with Etihad, I can tell you, is on.